Ricken Financial presents Kickin' with the Rickens, redefining retirement. Gerry and Heidi Ricken Provost want to help you reach the retirement you deserve. Let's build a strategy that gives you confidence while meeting your financial wants and needs. Meet the team at rickenfinancial.com. Now, Kickin' with the Rickens.
And welcome out to Kickin' with the Rickens, redefining retirement. And coming up this week, we break down how to create not one, not two, not three, but 4 potential streams of income in retirement. My name is Mark Owens. Gerry, Heidi, how are y'all doing?
We're doing fantastic. How about you, Mark?
I've got a question for you, and I'm throwing you for a loop on this one with zero time to prep. Gerry, I'm starting with you. Your perfect date night meal.
Ooh.
So you and the bride go out.
Filet, medium rare.
He knows what he likes.
My man. Usually people have to go, well, I like steak, but I like it bacon wrap filet, medium rare.
Yes, sir.
Are you
a nice twice baked potato?
There it is.
And a good side of either broccoli or Brussels prepared properly with a red bottle of wine.
Well, of course, that's a given. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah,
well,
we're not drinking water around
Absolutely.
here. Yeah, come on now. Heidi, what about you?
My ideal date night involves me not cooking. So
Perfect.
Preferably, if we go out to eat, I too am a steak and potatoes kind of girl, but I enjoy a ribeye with a nice little sear on the outside, always medium rare. And I am a big fan of like a Brussels sprout with a bacon situation. So if it has like maybe a little miso or something in there too. And of course, a nice dry red wine as well to accompany the meal.
I'm noticing a theme here. Steak, potatoes.
I know. We're a lot alike, and it's crazy. The more time we spend together, the more we're alike.
Except bacon and red wine. Can you all adopt me?
Bacon's a food group in our family.
Hey, if you want to meet Gerry, you want to meet Heidi and the entire team at Ricken Financial, visit rickenfinancial.com to see all the services they offer. Also, more information how to schedule that no-cost, no-obligation consultation. One of the big conversations, Gerry, that you're going to have is how to create streams of income. Gerry, what are they?
Before I really get into what they are, I just want to give a little bit of background. You know, my parents, when they retired, they had 4 streams of income, 2 Social Securities and 2 pensions. A lot of people aren't blessed with pensions any longer. So we have the ability to replicate that, but even if you don't have a pension or if you do have a pension. So I'm going to have Heidi start with what we do first.
And that is the quote unquote pension that every American who contributes their funds to this system each year benefits from in the future, and that's Social Security. So most people who come to see us have paid into the Social Security system in their working years. And if you're a married couple, a lot of people will say, hey, I want to take my Social Security at this age or that age or whatever age, and they only do a break even with themselves. They're not looking at it from a household perspective. So we take a look at the household for Social Security and really make sure that you get the max out of the system that you should be getting, especially if you're married. You want to make sure the higher of the 2 wage earners really takes the bulk of their benefit and makes the most money out of that. So you want to get a high survivor benefit, because when one of the 2 of you passes away, you only get the higher of the 2 Social Security streams of income in the future. That's really our starting point. We always want to make sure you get the most out of the Social Security system that you can, and you make it work best for your family. And the crazy thing that people really need to rethink when they come to meet with us is you don't have to take Social Security the day that you retire. You can actually separate the day that you retire from the day that you draw your benefits. So it's entirely up to you, and you have a lot of flexibility in when you want to claim those benefits. And if you're not married, there are a ton of different strategies for how you can claim your benefits as well.
If you're not blessed with first of all, if you're blessed with a pension, we evaluate the pension. We help you evaluate whether or not the pension is a solid pension financially, because we've seen in the past, we've had some clients that have lost benefits in their pension plan because of mismanagement or what have you with respect to the pension itself and the funds themselves. So we want to make sure that if you have a pension, it's a very solid pension. Then we evaluate all the options, the survivorship options, when to take. Can you do a partial lump sum? Do you want to take a lump sum? Can you get more if you take a lump sum than if you have the pension provided to you? But we'll evaluate all that, help you with that. And in the event you do not have a pension, which is most of us in America, we can develop your own personal pension plan by carving out a piece of your nest egg and putting it into a lifetime income annuity for you. So that's a way that we can also structure a guaranteed payment for life to replace part of that paycheck that comes in every month after month after month after month, and you never have to worry about it.
Not everyone wants to use annuities in order to have a stream of income in the future, but worth mentioning, the definition of a pension is really just a stream of income for your financial future. So there's another way to create your own personal pension through structured notes. And structured notes are invested in the market. There are multiple different types of structured notes out there, but there are some that offer you principal protection, and they help you get a portion of the upside in the market, and they can help you create a stream of income for the future for you too as well. So structured notes are an option if, annuities aren't really right for you.
Is there a lot of confusion around structured notes?
Absolutely. And like I said, there's a lot of different types of structured notes. There are principal protection ones, dual directional ones, yield bond ones. When you take a look at your structured notes, they're kind of all over the place. However, the types of structured notes that can provide income for you in the future are a lot easier to understand and kind of pared back than some of the other forms of income you can have for the future. So while there's a lot of confusion surrounding the word structured notes, it's pretty easy to understand them once we really dive in together.
It's all part of the conversation that you're going to have with Heidi and Gerry and the team at Ricken Financial. RickenFinancial.com. We're talking Social Security, annuities, structured notes, as we talk about building streams of income in retirement. Finally, Gerry, what do we have?
Well, we have an opportunity to really provide tax-free income. If you like income for life, I think you'll like income that's tax-free for life even better. And we have a plan that we can use, and you have to think about life insurance differently when you think about this plan, because typically when we buy life insurance, we want to put the most amount of death benefit out there for the least amount of expense. So we reverse engineer life insurance and put a lot of money into this by the least amount of death benefit so we can grow cash inside of a life insurance policy. It's after-tax money you put in. It grows without taxation. When you pull it out, you're not taxed on it, and your beneficiaries in the end receive a tax-free death benefit. So it is a beautiful plan. It's not one size fits all. We evaluate whether or not it works for you, and if it does work, it works very, very well.
How does reverse engineering work?
I use that term because, when we think about the cost of insurance primarily is death benefit, because the insurance company is going on the hook. If something happens to you and you're gone, they have to pay the death benefit. And what I said earlier was still holds true for people who want that death benefit. They want to put the least amount of premium in for the greatest amount of death benefit. Reverse engineering says we're going to put the greatest amount of cash in premium into the policy for the least amount of death benefit. And that's dictated by the IRS. The IRS rules and regulations say you cannot have any more than this. This is the minimum death benefit you can hold. So anytime something is regulated by the IRS and the IRS says you can't put more money than X into that, that's typically a good thing for the taxpayer or for the person doing the plan, because if it's limited in how much you can put in, there's probably a reason for that.
These are all great options to build some income in retirement with the help of the team from Ricken Financial. So if I heard you correctly, 4 potential streams of income: Social Security, an annuity, structured notes, and tax-free retirement plan.
Yep. And don't forget the pension and or annuity.
So I want to go back to pensions for a second here, because you said at the beginning, you were like, listen, a lot of people don't have them anymore. But is it mostly like federal employees that still are the most popular with pensions?
Yes. Federal employees, teachers. So we see a lot, some in the healthcare industry, but some healthcare industries have gone away from the pension plans. One of our biggest employers in the aerospace world here, Boeing, evaluated everything and changed from, they capped out the pension plan several years ago, then they beefed up their 401k plan for those people that were losing pension benefits. So, but a lot of companies have done that because the onus is now on us as individuals and employees to come up with our retirement income as opposed to years gone by with my parents. The company provided the pension, and you walked away on Friday, and on Monday you had a paycheck every month from that pension plan coming in month after month after month.
Well, and a lot of the pensions that we see too, especially like the Missouri teacher pension, the teachers themselves put the money into the pension plan too. The pension plan provided some of that benefit, but the onus was on them too as well. But that's why we always evaluate, you've worked really hard for this money. You've been scrimping and saving along the ways to put it into your pension plan or whatever plan you might have. We want to make sure it works best for you in your retirement and that you're not running out of those streams of income, because the biggest fear we come across with everyone is, I'm afraid that when I retire, I'm going to run out of money. So, anything can happen to your money if your income is going to cover all your expenses in the future.
And that's still the number one fear for retirees and pre-retirees, running out of money.
Absolutely.
Correct? Don't lose sleep at night over your retirement plan. So if you're listening this weekend and you know what, I do. I'm a federal employee. I do have a pension, but I have questions about it. We invite you to reach out to the team at Ricken Financial. Schedule that no cost, no obligation consultation. It costs you nothing. Just sit down and have the conversations about what stream of income could benefit you and your retirement plan. RickenFinancial.com. Gerry, Heidi, thank you for the information and the education. If you want more, again, RickenFinancial.com. We'll be back with another episode of Kickin' with the Rickens. But before we go, Gerry Ricken, let's give you the final word.
Mark, one of the things that we always like to tell people is if you have blood pressure, we want to make sure you have income for life. So blood pressure equals income. So come see us. We'll design that income plan for you and make sure that we alleviate that fear of running out of money and running out of income in retirement. And remember, every day is a holiday.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Ricken Financial LLC. Ricken Financial LLC is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Ricken Financial LLC are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual situation. Ricken Financial LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Ricken Financial LLC.